Welcome. I hope you and your families are doing well. I thought I should make an announcement that I'll be working towards a new GTGD S4, and I was actually, having fun making a 2D generated world that's quite large, and it's really, really interesting to actually do this sort of stuff, to actually create your own meshes, your own collision meshes, and then, generate your own 2D world and save that information, load that information. It's actually very, very interesting how to actually do all that. So I thought, this is really good material for a new tutorial series, something that I find really interesting now that I'm doing it. So yeah, I've had quite a lot to learn. I've been studying, trying out lots of different things, and actually it's really interesting. And yeah, I think I can explain it pretty well, how everything that I'm doing here, you can see the behavior of stuff, and I can pretty much save the world. I've just, at the moment, it's all hard-coded there, just to my return key, but it just takes a few seconds. And actually, I will jump to Unity so you can have a better look at it. So here I am in Unity, and look, I saved it there, so if I press play here, it will load. Oh, I've got maximize on play. So everything that I had just done there should appear once it loads. It just takes a few seconds to generate that entire world. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything that I was working on is pretty much all there. And why don't I, just to remove the doubt for myself, just go ahead and hit enter here. So I filled in this whole section. It's gonna save that. There we go, data saved. And why don't I just hit play again? It'll load that data from the save file. And there we go. So yeah, so all of the data is nicely loaded. You can see it runs very, very fast. It's basically, most of that is just the editor overhead running in the background. Very few batches as well, which is good. So the performance is pretty good. And why don't I jump out of maximize so you can have a look. All right, so that's the actual 2D world, and as you can see, it's really, really big. So the player is right there in that tiny space, and this is the 2D world that's been generated. And look, Unity is really good with the way it just culls all of the vertices and triangles that it can't actually see. It's become really smart in how this, and I'm really very impressed with the automatic performance out of the box with Unity nowadays. So that is really impressive, the way it just handles all of that very, very nicely. I don't recall it being that good in the past, but it's really good now. So it makes it very easy to actually generate a world like this. And I might as well show you a little bit too. So I've got things in layers, so what you can see there is a foreground layer, there's a background layer, and there's even grass. So the grass I place on top like that, and you can see the behavior as well. Like I do like the idea that, in a cave or something, even though there's no light, there's grass. It just looks nice in there, rather than just a plain thing. Anyway, adding blocks and so on is quite easy, actually, with the way I've set it up. So I'll probably talk more about it later. So make sure to subscribe, so that way when I have some updates out of what I'm doing here, you'll be notified as soon as possible. And look, eventually I do believe that this is going to become the next GTGD series. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.